Jonathan Gannon, shots, explosives, head coach for the Cardinals, former defense coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's talking about Marvin Harrison Jr. and his work ethic at his press conference.
Yeah, he's extremely detailed. He does a lot of extra, probably too much. I'm going to be fighting him about that. And he's just like everybody else right now, kind of getting out there and making sure that he's going to make some mistakes and learning from his mistakes and, understanding the thought process from Drew, the quarterback perspective, where he needs to be, all that stuff. So, I liked how he's jumped in, and he's doing a good job.
What are some of your downfalls? I work too hard. Yep. That's what Gannon's saying about.
I care too much.
Yeah, I care too much. But the working too hard thing is kind of the story of Marvin Harrison Jr., right? Even since his Ohio State days, the general Bob Carpenter, who's a 40-year-old man who still runs sprints with these college kids somehow, he said in the morning he would go in, 5:30, 6 a.m. Marvin Harrison Jr. is in there on the jugs machine before the workout. And then at night he would go in, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Guess who was still there on the jugs machine? Marvin Harrison Jr. His dad is kind of giving him the game like, hey, hard work is the thing that will make you the best or be great. And he is certainly taking it to heart. That's why whenever he doesn't run a 40 and he doesn't jump and he doesn't work out his pro day and he doesn't do shit, there's some NFL teams that say, we don't care. We know what this guy's work ethic is. We've heard about it. It's almost to his detriment is what he's saying about a rookie. I love hearing that about Marvin Harrison Jr., AJ Hawk.
Yeah, you definitely love to hear it, and it's not truly a worry. I mean, the coach says, he's worried that Marvin's going to be running 100 extra routes at night and he's going to pull a hammy or something. That's what you worry about, but you're not truly worried. Like, you want to be, like, coaches want to have to pull you back, not push you forward. They don't want to have to tell you to go do more. They want to be able to, hey, it's all right, and I think you've done enough for today. Let's just shut it down and rest those legs.
Rather have to say, whoa, instead of go. That is kind of the difference of this entire thing. D-Butt, he's a guy, though. You got to see him up close and personal, obviously, down in Georgia. And then I think, did you see him again? No.
That was the only time I saw him at Peach Bowl.
We saw him at the Penn State game right after College Game Day, and he's just kind of walking around, and his mitts are just He's a guy.
He's a guy.
Immediately a guy.
He's the guy. And you mentioned not doing any of the bullshit leading up to the draft, just all football. Obviously, his pop showed him the ropes, but this is something you want. And it's not like a gimmick or something. This is something Bob saw behind the scenes. He's not like one of the guys when the camera's around trying to do a little more. Hitting the best players I've been around, obviously they're talented, but they work their asses off. Whether it's, Reggie Wayne or T.Y. Hilton or Frank Gore, like these, their work ethic. Not only when we're in there, when we need to be in there, the meeting rooms, but they're doing extra. They're stretching, they're taking care of their body. They're on the jugs for hours and hours. And when they have that talent like Marvin Harrison Jr. has, the sky's the limit.
Work ethic is the most important thing on the road to success, And I don't know.
In anything.
Literally anything in life, on earth. That is. Now, granted, there are some people, who get dropped into this world just, kind of on third base.
Austin Rivers.
Of course. He didn't deserve that.
No, I'm sorry.
He did not.
We were just talking about it last week. So
he did not deserve that. But there is some people, obviously, and that's very nice for them. And you might see them on the internet. But for a lot of you kids out there, work ethic is the thing that you should want to keep in your soul, in your life. Because if you would have dreams or aspirations of going anywhere, that is going to be the differentiator. That is just kind of how it is. I was asked if I wanted to be a part of like a children's book or something like that.
Yeah.
And I said no. But then I automatically had like a thought about like, if I did have a kid's book, what would it be about? It's like, well, it would be about a little kid that just fucking works his ass off. Like, how do we get a story into kids across the country and the world? Like, hey, all of this stuff that you see on the internet is only attainable if you put the work in. Like, it's not just going to get handed to you for most people. Now, there's other people, but that is the most important thing. The fact that Marvin Harrison Jr. has it is like the main thing I think every team's looking for. Like, does this person have a work ethic? When they get money and they get time, which is the difference between the NFL and college, even though money obviously with NIL is real, are they going to be able to manage it, or do they still want to be great? It's like work ethic is what we're looking for, AJ. And Marvin Harrison Jr. has that in spades, seemingly.
Well, that's what you worry about, isn't it? We know these guys are fast, can jump, can catch everything. Like, we know they're freak athletes, but what you don't exactly know is what are they going to do once you do pay them, once they get a little bit uncomfortable. Like, I've told people all the time, like, it's easy to work hard when you feel good, and you're not going to always feel good as it goes. So that's what you have to kind of figure out, and who's going to be consistent and be the same dude every single day and not ride the old roller coaster that the NFL tends to be sometimes.